Hi, I'm Christy and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you've never been here before. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So I recently saw my friend Tiffany over at Tiff Talks Pages. She did this twice a year book tag video and it looked like a lot of fun, so I wanted to join in. And I will link the original creator of this tag in the description, as well as Tiffany's video, and then of course the questions that's asked in case any of you want to do it as well. So this looked like just a really fun way to check in twice a year, to try to see how your reading's doing, what goals you're hitting, things like that. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. So question number 1 jumps right into it with how many books do you think you'll read this year? So I will definitely read over 500 books this year. I'm currently at about 332 when I checked on Goodreads before doing this video. And since it's the beginning of July, I definitely know I will meet my goal. Question number 2 is, have you made a specific reading goal or target that you need to check in with and keep track of? So I do set like a reading goal or the reading challenge for Goodreads every year, but it's not really to challenge myself. It's just more to keep track of the reads that I read. So I do have that, and my Goodreads goal is set at 500 for this year, which I read 650, just under that last year. So like I definitely know I'll hit that 500 mark. So Goodreads is where I keep track of all of the books that I read. I review every single book that I read. And so you can always find my Goodreads link in my description of all my videos. So question number 3 is, how many 5-star books have you read so far this year? So far I have read 332 books in the year, and 68 of those have been 5-star reads, which I definitely know that I am more critical on books that I read. When I'm reading so many, I definitely have gotten more critical with my 5 stars that I give out, and just kind of, are these like favorites or things that stick out to me over all of the rest? Question number 4 is, what's a popular book you own and haven't read yet? So I have quite a few books that are pretty popular that I haven't read yet. So I have A Dark Notes by Pam Godwin. This was a special edition cover for Hello Lovely box. So it's that really pretty piano there. And so I haven't read this. I actually have this on my TBR for July, so I hope to get to it soon. And another one I haven't read is Sophie Lark. This is, I believe, one of the books in her Brutal Birthright series. So this is, again, a Hello Lovely box special edition of the book Savage Lover. I've only read a couple Sophie Lark books. I've read Ivan, Snow, and then like a Bratva book she did with Jane Henry, I believe. And I've only thought those have all been okay. So like I haven't really jumped into her Brutal Birthrights or her Kingmaker series, which I know everybody is like loving her books and talking about them a ton lately. So I do want to get to this series. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I don't know if she's the author for me or if I just jump in and try it out anyways. Next up is Wolf Song by TJ Cloon. I have been meaning to read this book for years and years. It's been on my TBR. And yeah, I want to get to them. I know they're like like paranormal werewolf romances, I believe, with like really great found family, which I love. So yeah, I definitely want to get to this series at some point. And another really popular book is Priest by Sierra Simone. This is a Mystic Box special edition cover. So I've read a few other of Sierra Simone books in the past. None of them have really been favorites, so I'm not really sure if she's the author for me, but I do want to check this one out since I know a lot of people really love it. Question number 5 is, do you want to reread anything in the next few months? So I definitely do. I love rereading. That's what I used to do all the time before I knew there was like book recommendations and stuff like that out there. So like years ago, that's all I would do, is just reread my favorites over and over again. So I definitely love a reread. So one of the series that I do want to reread soon, hopefully, is the Something in the Way series by Jessica Hawkins. I got these really gorgeous Belle book box editions. Like last month they were doing them. So that's all of those. And yeah, this is like a 4-book series. I read them a few years ago and really loved it. And so this one I've been wanting to reread just because I have these really gorgeous editions, and it's a series that I know I love. And then another one I would love to reread soon is A King So Cold by Ella Fields. I remember loving this one when it first came out. I read it. It's a fantasy romance. I read it like it was one of my top favorite reads of 2020. And I've been wanting to read the second book in the series, which is The Stray Prince, which I know came out, I think, like last year. I've been meaning to get to it, but I definitely need to reread before I jump into that second book. So definitely want to reread this one as well. Question number 6 is, what new releases are you anticipating for the second half of the year? So I definitely want to read like all the things. I do have some specific ones that I do want to get to. So I know, let's see, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This comes out, I believe, in the fall. I don't know anything really about it, which I don't need to or want to with Kennedy's writing. Like I just go in, she's like just a master storyteller. And I just love all the books that she writes. And so I definitely want to get to that one. Mercy by Sarah Kate, the 4th book in her Salacious Players Club, is supposed to be coming out in August. So I definitely want to read that. I've loved the entire series and can't wait for that one. Then an anthology, which is Villain I'd Like to F, comes out also in the fall. I believe it comes out in like November. So the authors are Sierra Simone, Joanna Shoup, Eva Leigh, Adriana Herrera, and Nicola Davidson. They've been doing like this anthology for the past 2 years. This will be their third one. So they also did like Duke I'd Like to F and then Rake I'd Like to F. And so this one is about villains, and I definitely want to get to it. And then A Wicked Game by Kate Bateman. It's the third book in her Ruthless Rivals series, comes out in December. This is a historical romance series set around these two like feuding families. And yeah, it's been romances between those families. And Caution to the Wind by Giana Darling. Whenever this one releases, I definitely want to read this. Question number 7 is, what are you planning to pick up next? And do you think you'll rate it 4 stars or above? And that is a very good question, since I am definitely a mood reader. I'll see where it takes me. I might read Dark Notes by Pam Godwin. That's on my TBR for this month. Or I might read one of the Sinner books by Michelle Hurd. Yeah, I'm always hoping for 4 stars or above. The last book I read was Parks and Provocation by Juliet Cross. That was 5 stars. I'm currently in the middle of a book right now, which is not going to be 5 stars, which is Persuasion by Jane Austen. But yeah, so I'm always hoping for 4 stars or above, and I think Dark Notes or one of the Michelle Hurd books, hopefully those will hit that. Those are all the questions for the twice a year book tag. Like I said, I'll attach all the questions and the original video as well as Tiffany's video that I got the inspiration to do this video from in my description box. So yeah, let me know in the comments any of your thoughts on any of the books I talked about in here, if we have any similar thoughts, or let me know maybe what your most anticipated release is for the rest of the year. I'd love to know. Or you can even tell me like what your last book that you read was and what star rating you gave it. But thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll see you in my next one.